Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing another Civ 5 playthrough. I had so much fun with the last one and it seemed like people were at least somewhat interested in it. So I figured I'd give her another crack, and this time instead of Lord of the Rings we're doing the world of The Witcher. So just so you know, I'll show you when I go into the mod section what mods I'm using, but also I will have linked in the description. I made a collection for this, and so if anyone's interested you can go down in the description, click on that, and it's super easy to use on Steam. All you do is you go to the collection and then you hit subscribe all, and then you make sure you click them all. So anyway, from the screen here, we're gonna go to mods, accept that, and then here's the list of all the mods I'm using for this this playthrough here. So you can see most of them are just going to be different civilizations, but there's a couple important ones to keep in mind. Here we have the city-state removal. This one takes out all of the vanilla city-states, so that way you don't accidentally get them in your game. We don't have any Witcher 3 civilization, or not civilizations, but city-states or Witcher in general, so I use the Elder Scrolls city-state overhaul. It's not perfect, but it's got a similar enough vibe, you know, sort of vaguely medieval fantasy, that I feel like it won't throw me off too much with them being in the game. But that's the only thing that isn't perfect. Other than that, we're using the Era's Medieval Age mod. That makes it end in the medieval period, so you're not going to have people in the Witcher universe running around with guns, so that's a mod I recommend. All the rest of them are specifically Witcher themed, so we get The Witcher's Realm is a map that you'll be able to play on. Witcher Wonders gives you a bunch of wonders from the Witcher world, and then you have all of the different civs, so, you know, they're all there. You'll see them all when we're going through. So those are all the mods. Like I said, I've grouped all of these together in a collection, so that's for your convenience. You can find that there. So you can see we've got all of those ones clicked on. We're going to go to single player, setup game, and then we're going to, you can see we have like Anna Henrietta, Brana and Tuirsac, Croc Crate, Demaven the Third. I think I'm going to be Enid Angliana of the Anshade, so the Scoia'tael. She gets a plus 10% production bonus while building a wonder, and archers get plus 25% strength, and so she also has some unique troops, the Elven Scout and the Scoia'tael, so that's who I'm going to go with. After that, we've got the Witcher's Realm map selected. That gives us, it's a huge map, so we have 12 players and 24 city-states. We'll go to advanced setups. We're going to switch that. Okay, so it's already set to 7, so that must be however many we have. I'll go quick combat, quick movement, yeah, probably everything but science, and then we'll just set up all of the other civs from the Witcher into our civilization. Alright, so we've got all of our civs there. I am, like I said, I'm the Scoia'tael, Enid Angliana, then we have Anna Henrietta of Toussaint, Bran and Tuirsac of Skellige, we have Croc Crate, also of the Skellige Isles, Demavend the Third of Aedern, Amirvar Emrys of Nilfgaard, Eredin Break of the Wild Hunt, Esterad Tyson of Kovir and Povis, Foltest of Temeria, Henselt of Cadwin, Radovid the Fifth the Stern of Redania, and Maeve of Lyria Rivia. So that's our full Witcher roster. Like I said, we've got 7 city-states locked in here for that, and they should all be the ones from the Elder Scrolls, so let's just get into it and start the game. Alright, so it says, Enid Angliana, Civilization of the Enshade. So, all my homage, magnificent and majestic Enid Angliana, also known as Francesca Findabar, reputed to be the most beautiful woman in the world. Enshade are elves who have occupied a continent before humans arrive and push them, taking their lands. However, the conquest of Nilfgaard, the Scoia'tael uprising, and the creation of Dol Blythana, who you are the queen, allowed the elves to regain hope in their place among human civilizations. Your people are renowned for their artistic finesse, especially in architecture, mostly for gardens and palaces, but also for his determination and the efficiency of their archers. Nevertheless, elves reproduce very slowly, causing problems with regard to human civilizations, and a danger is waiting for you in the long term, magnificence. Will you be able to lead an Enshade through time? So we have the Scoia'tael uprising, which is what we already talked about. We get our plus 10 production bonus for building a wonder, and archers get plus 25% range strength. And we get the Elven Scout, who has range of 2, range strength of 4, so this is just a better scouting unit than the basic one. And the Scoia'tael, which is another ranged unit that has 16 range strength and very good movement. So they've got 2 moves and the range is 2, so they can move around pretty quick. So pretty decent troops there. We are by the coast, so I'm going to move up to the coast and found my city here, and we're going to get our warrior exploring. So we're gonna lose a turn on our city, so I hate when we do that, but I want it to be coastal. All right, founded our city. There we go. Loch Mioin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. All right, let's open up our tech tree so I can show you what we've got here. So we have the medieval era, so we end right there. So we don't have, and then mentoring will be our forever tech. We will not go into any of the stuff from the Renaissance and beyond, so it's going to be more basic. The technology isn't going to get wild. There's not going to be nearly as many world wonders. You get where we're going with this? So nothing crazy. One thing to keep in mind that there are certain perks that you may be used to playing with if you have played Civ a lot, that when you do these limiters you have to keep in mind. So there are certain things like economics that you're not going to have access to. So it's important. But by the medieval period, you do have quite a bit of the important stuff. So anyway, we're going to go cultural. So let's, well, I'm not actually sure if I want to go cultural or diplomatic for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start and wipe down the ancient era first. That'll give us enough of A, we'll be able to get a bunch of our wonders and stuff, and B, it'll get us on our way to, you know, all of the other important stuff. So we're going to go through the whole ancient era before we go to anything else. So I'm going to start with archery so I can get the Temple of Artemis right away, and then after there, we'll skip down to masonry so I get maybe one of these wonders, and then probably up to writing and calendar. So I'm going to try to get as many ancient wonders as I can. So, all right, no, I said I was going to start with archery. All right, let's do that, and then choose production, monument, of course, and let's get going. And I'll just do the same thing I did before. I'll just kind of kick back in when something interesting happens. So we've got the Temple of Artemis built. I'm not going to read that because there's nothing special about it, but we got our first wonder. Let's see if we can't get, okay, Great Library gets us a free tech. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus gets us, I'd say Great Library is better early game. So hopefully I'll get both, but we're going to go for this one first. All right, we met our first person, Consul Demavand III of Aedern. Welcome to Aedern. Come and enjoy the vast hills and distilleries. So they make a lot of liquor, apparently. So that's cool. Okay, we met our second person, Eridan Break Glass of the Great of the Wild Hunt. He really has a paragraph. He says, "You're really lucky that Imlerith is currently away, otherwise I would have asked him to crush your neck. I would do it myself, but I don't find it as entertaining. But now that you're here, I can give you something that not all humans get the chance to have from me. A warning. Mess with me and I'll tell Imlerith not just to crush your neck, but something else as well." Wow, he really comes on strong when he starts. All right, we met another Civ, Henselt the Great of Kedwin. So I am Henselt, king of the great and powerful kingdom of Kedwin, descendant of the unicorn. Be afraid of my power, and if it is not the case, you would do better to be prepared for it. Be afraid of my power. Calm down, guy. All right, we missed out on 2 wonders, but we ended up building Stonehenge. So time crumbles things, everything grows old, and is forgotten under the power of time. So we get +5 faith and a great engineer points. So not bad. I like having Stonehenge, but I would have really liked to get the Great Library and then the Witcher wonder that we missed. All right, we got the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. So we get 100 gold for each time a great person is expended. Each source of marble or stone worked by the city produces +2 gold. So not terrible, good perks. All right, we've met someone else. We got Lord Radovid V, the Stern of the Redanian Kingdom. I'm Radovid V, the Stern, ruler of the wealthy and cultural Redanian Kingdom. As long as you don't meddle in sorcery, our empires will both have bright futures. That's good to keep in mind. All right, we've now met Estered Tyson, the pious of Kovir. I am the king of Kovir and Povis, ruling on these rich, wealthy lands of sundry ores. What would you like to do here? So, not much, actually. All right, we got our first Witcher-themed wonder. We got the Hindar Grove. Fall on your knees and beg Madran Freya for forgiveness. Sigfrida. City must be built next to a river, a lake, or an oasis. Land and naval units receive +10 hit points per turn in allied territory until the discovery of penicillin. Conquering the city will increase the plunder by 100%. So, we got a grove. We got another wonder. This time we got the Great Lighthouse in Loch Muin. So, the Great Lighthouse. All military naval units receive +1 movement and add 1 +1 site. Provides a free lighthouse in the city in which it was built. City must be built on the coast. So we're doing pretty good for wonders in Loch Muin. We've also got our second city going over here. So 2 cities so far. Our next door neighbor is of course Eridan. He's already been like hollering at us about expanding near him and all that sort of stuff. So I don't see myself going super long without being at war with him. So that's fun. Oh, we've now met Anna Henrietta of Toussaint. Hello, foreigner. You will see very quickly that there is no better country than ours. That's a good point, Anna Henrietta. We've also met our first city-state, Sunhold, which is not far from us, so that's cool. We have finished the Hanging Gardens, so requires tradition, provides a free garden in the city in which it was built. That's pretty much it. We also get culture from it, I think, but not much special. Got our second Witcher wonder, Thaned Island, so this is a long one. It says, the island seemed very close, and it didn't resemble an island. It looked like the base of a gigantic stone column stuck into a seabed, a huge ziggurat encircled by a spirally twisting road and zigzagging steps and terraces. The terraces were green with groves and gardens, and protruding from the greenery which clung to the rocks like swallows' nests, rose soaring white towers and the ornate domes of groups of buildings framed by cloisters. The buildings gave no clue at all that they had been constructed from stone. They seemed to have been carved directly from the mountain's rocky slopes. And of course that's a quote from the book. It says, city must be built on the coast, gives 1 science every 6 citizens in the city it is built. Research agreements provide 24% 30% more science, and great scientists provide 20% more science when used to discover new technology. So that'll be great for discovering sciences quicker than everyone else. Alright, a couple things happened that turn. We met Emir of Nilfgaard, so he says, I'm Emir Var Emrys, ruler of the Nilfgaardian Empire. I hope for your sake that your interactions are friendly. If they are, then stay away from our expansion efforts. If they are not, then don't worry. It will all end soon. I like that. We've also finished building the Oracle, so we get one free social policy. As of turn 80, we are number 1 for the world's most wonderful people, so we're doing pretty good. Still haven't met someone else who's behind us, but we're those will be the people that sniped those couple wonders from me early on. But since then, we've taken, the lead on that. We finished the Parthenon, so we get a great work of art in our great work slot for our city, so that's cool. Parthenon never really blows my skirt up that much, but I like having it if it means someone else doesn't get to have it. Alright, we finished the Hagia Sophia, so we get a great free great prophet appears, providing a free temple in the city in which it was built, so that's pretty dope. We built Borobudur. I think we're doing pretty good as far as the wonders are going. No one else is really keeping up. We haven't lost one since those first couple, which is typically the case. So we're doing good. I was going to try doing this one in a non-religious manner because I always do that too much, because I actually kind of want to go for a diplomatic victory in this one, not a cultural victory, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not going to push my religion too much. I'll develop it real solid at home, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. And now we've met Lord Maeve of Lyria Rivia. She says, greetings. It's a pleasure to meet another sovereign. Oh, we've now met Krachan Crate of the Skellige Isles. He says, I am Krachan Crate of the mighty Ancrate clan. I rule over the Skellige Isles. My people are the best to share a drink with. They're also the best at making everyone regret declaring war on them. Here, have some mead. I always like Krak. Alright, we lost a wonder. Someone else built, I believe it was the Colossus of Rhodes, but we got 2 wonders in that turn. So we got chicken pizza, so the length of our golden ages is increased by 50%. Love that one. And we got the great Mosque of Degen. Requires piety. All missionaries born in the city can spread religion 3 times. Provides a free mosque in the city in which it was built. So, pretty cool. Alright, we missed some more wonders. I know Amir got the pyramids for sure, but we got Machu Picchu. So we get plus 25% gold from city connections. So city must be built within 2 miles of a mountain. That's easy because my whole area over here is just covered in mountains. So I could have built it anywhere. Of course, I built it at this place right here, Shara Wed. So that's where we're at now. Turn 111, moving along pretty good. We've met a lot of civs. We've got a big chunk of this continent up here explored. Lots of people all over the place. We've got our warrior and archers and scouts and everything out there looking around. Unhappiness is a bit high. Well, I mean, it's only at 1, so that's not crazy, but I'm working on it. I don't have a ton of luxury resources in this area, so I might have to make some trade deals or find an outpost, like a spot somewhere where I can get some unique ones. Gold production's good, though. We're not even in a golden age, and we're at 131 at this point, so that's not terrible. Science isn't horrible. Our faith is moving along swimmingly because we managed to get it before, like, everyone else in the area, so it's been spreading. All the other civs are just adding their Reformation beliefs now. We did that, like, quite a few turns ago, so we've got a leg up on that, so that's helping with our gold, obviously, because we have tithe, but not too bad so far. I've now met Foltest of Temeria, so he says, welcome to Temeria, friend. I'm Foltest, ruler of these lands. I sincerely hope I'll never have to besiege any of your cities. I like that. I like that veiled threat, and of course it references Foltest, who is famous for his ability to siege things very well. Alright, we got cities we all like to visit, and all 4 of my cities are in the top 5. Tredegor is the only one beating out one of mine, but we're getting there. As soon as I get done with some of my national wonders, I might do 1 or 2 more cities in this area. I could do one right in the middle, take advantage of some of these other resources that were not working efficiently with these other ones, and then another coastal one out on the point out here. As of right now, I'm not making a lot of money from trade routes or anything, but maybe I should get a coastal city on this side, though, now that I think about it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to explore and see if I can't find just an area of the map that nobody is settled in, so I can set up a secondary colony over there, hopefully to exploit some luxury resources, because I could definitely use some more happiness. Alright, we got another Witcher wonder, Oxenfurt Academy. It says lesser, greater, middling. It's all the same. Proportions are negotiated, boundaries blurred. I'm not a pious hermit. I haven't done only good in my life, but if I'm to choose between one evil and another, then I prefer not to choose at all. Geralt de Riv. I assume that's Geralt of Rivia. I don't know why that's a quote for Oxenfurt Academy, but whatever. It says increases the generation of great people in the city where the wonder is built by 33%. Great people produced in the same city receive the promotion Medic 1. So that's cool. We've completed Angkor Wat. So culture and gold, costs of acquiring new tiles reduced by 25% in every city, which is always useful. We finally met Branan Tuirsak, the Great of Skellige. He says, what brings you here? I hope our pirates have not caused you any problems, isn't it? Anyways, welcome home to Skellige. So we got our other Skelliger. We've met him now. All right, we got another Witcher wonder, the Beauclair Garden. It says the traditions in Toussaint are sacred. Beauclair Garden. City must be built next to a river, a lake, or an oasis. Grants +1 happiness for every 5 doctrines adopted, +1 happiness from every garden. A great people of your choice spawn near the capital. 2 knights appear near the city where the wonder is built. So that one just has a whole lot going on with it, but not bad. All right, we've built one of our last wonders we're going to get access to, Notre Dame. +10 happiness, +4 faith, and a great merchant point. Not bad all around. I like that one. All right, we got Alhambra, officially the last wonder that I'm going to be able to get, or at least unless I get one with a perk that I didn't plan on getting, but we'll see. It says all newly trained non-air units in the city receive the Drill 1 promotion, improving combat strength and fighting in rough terrain. Provides a free castle in the city in which it is built. Boosts city's culture output by 20%. We're in danger of accidentally getting our culture victory. So I've been getting notifications. I have not been, I mean, obviously I've been producing wonders and stuff, which, you know, is fairly cultural-y, I guess. I guess we're falling with Kedwin, but I've already been notified that I'm influential with Kedwin, Kovir Povis, dominant with the Skellige Isles, and influential with the Wild Hunt. And Nilfgaardian Empire is high. Lyria Rivia is decently high. Like I said, I'm actually falling with Kedwin, but it's funny. My plan was to go for a political victory, but the cultural impact of my awesomeness in building world wonders has been very, very high. But yeah, we're not doing bad. There haven't been any wars yet. We haven't been declared on. I mean, it's probably just because we are significantly more powerful than a lot of our neighbors. So like this one here, Aedern has been just spamming cities. You can see he's got 1 million cities up here. Radovid up to the north has been producing quite a few, and he's got some more big ones, but not a ton. And then we've got Kovir Povis right next to him and kind of around him, so they're probably going to come into conflict before they attack me. The Wild Hunt, although being very aggressive initially, just have not expanded much, and I'm guessing their spawn and the fact that I kind of trapped him into that peninsula there means they're probably not going to be much of a threat against me. It's also possible that I'm just so used to the last couple of games I've played turning off the city-states or turning them way down, that having the city-states in here, I forget how much that actually distracts the civs from each other. It's been very peaceful so far. I've got all the cities I plan to found, like I said, unless I find some sort of a landmass that's not being populated. But so far, everywhere my people have explored has been populated. The only exception is here between Nilfgaard and Redania. There's a mass here that has not been populated. Plus, it's got some sweet luxury resources. So you can see we got salt in the desert, some incense over here. We've got more silk over here. So there are luxury resources to get, but I haven't been attacked yet, and so I don't want to go move in between 2 hostile civilizations and make it more likely that I get into a war. Because if I could get a political victory without going to war once, that would be ideal. Okay, little update. We are on turn 200. You can see we haven't really expanded at all. All of our cities are set to gold production because we've maxed out. We can't go any further, and I just realized something that I can't believe I didn't realize earlier. We actually can't go for an economic victory because you don't get to that until you unlock the printing press. So that's a Renaissance thing. So I just realized that we are never going to hit a world Congress unless we have the printing press, and since we are stuck in the medieval era, I can't. So my options are either go for a military victory, or, I mean, I guess I could go for a time-based victory. I always keep that in just in case, but that's at turn 500, which would be a really long time considering I've got as far as I want. Our culture victory is, of course, still an option. Kedwin, Kovir Povis, Temeria, Skellige Isles, and the Wild Hunt, we've already got all of them. We're falling on some of them, but we're already really high, so it'll take a while to fall. What I should do is switch all my trade routes over and just start targeting them one at a time. I'm the lowest with Aedern, and they're my next door neighbor, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be switching over my caravans and trade ships that I have going elsewhere, and I'm going to have them going specifically over to Aedern, and that should help with my culture, hitting them up. Other than that, we'll have to see what happens. Nobody's declared war on me yet, so I don't want to start going for military, especially considering cultural has been so natural in this playthrough. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I just realized I can't even go for a diplomatic victory, so it's a little embarrassing that it took me this long, but whatever. Oh, we just got denounced for the first time, so Radovid the Stern has now denounced us, so who knows, maybe a little bit of military excitement is on the way. We've been denounced again, Krakhan Crate this time. He's denounced trounced us. So, King Bran on Twirsak, the Great of Skellige, has decided to declare war on us. So, we are now fighting him. He's pretty far away from us. We've got a couple units down there. We got down through because we have open borders with Temeria, so we still have access over there. But we're all the way up here. They're all the way down here. So, we'll see what happens. I've got some ships sailing around. I'm going to start maneuvering them back over that way. It'll probably be mostly naval. I'll save my land units, like, off in the distance so that if I'm able to lower any down, I can then swoop in and take them or whatever. But this isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not super what I want, but it's on the opposite side of the map for me. So if I'm going for this cultural victory, it'll be easier for me if I take all of their settlements. Yes, I'll have to deal with the unhappiness and population, all that sort of stuff is going to be a pain. But once I've got them all, I'll be able to spread my culture. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works. I have not been building up my military, but as you can tell, I do have quite a bit of gold saved up. So we'll see what happens. All right, it's turn 253. We've mostly, I was going to say there's lots of updates that I missed, but, you know, we went to war with one of the Skellige factions. We've pretty much entirely conquered them. They have like an island up here somewhere right there that's their last refuge. So I figured they could have that. I'm not going to begrudge them that. They sued for peace, but during that war, like a couple turns in, we got the Wild Hunt declared war on us, as did Beauclair, and so we've been fighting them for a while, and then just a couple turns ago, or I guess it's more than a couple now, but Temeria and Nilfgaard declared war on us. We haven't done anything with Nilfgaard. I'm allies with a bunch of city-states who have been helping me fight these wars, so they might be fighting them, but I'm just going to ignore Nilfgaard, considering there's a lot of people between them and me, and I've been fighting mostly just a defensive war up here. I haven't conquered any of the Wild Hunt's territory, other than you can see every time I get a great general, I take a little bit of their land. So they've got like this city that's totally closed off and the rest I've just pushed back. I'm just waiting for them to sue for peace. I don't want any more warmonger penalties. Obviously taking all of the Skellige stuff is what caused all these wars in the first place, but you know, what are you going to do? So I'm just going to play defensive wars against the rest of Toussaint, who, and also the other Skellige faction declared war on me. I've been fighting them for a while too. I'm not trying to go after any of their cities though. I've just been killing their troops as they come, defending my one settlement that I decided to keep from the this faction, and then I've just been defending my territory down here. So we're at a lot of wars. We've got a lot of fronts. I've got mostly my naval vessels spread around that I've been hitting and running with, and then of course I've been taking advantage of the Scoia'tael units that are pretty dang good, but mostly just trying to hold them all out of our territory. So that's all that's going on with our wars. Figured I'd stop back in since it had been a while. All right, it's 258 and we are getting close on our cultural victory. We are dominant in all but 3, so we need Toussaint yet. We're rising there in popular, so 80.9%. Nilfgaardian Empire 95.4%, but still rising, and Aedern, we are 91.4% and rising. So we are getting there for our cultural victory. I was going to say military could be an option, but there's a lot of spread going on for me to actually realistically get any sort of military victory. It's pretty easy to fight all these endless defensive wars when you have such good gold generation and a nice tight base, and now we have 2 nice tight bases that are easy to fight from. But conquering all these other people, that'd be a hell of a challenge. So I'm just going to keep fighting these wars of attrition until enough of these people surrender that I probably stop getting attacked. Currently, I'm at war with like all but 2 civs in the game, but you know, realistically, it just doesn't mean that much because they don't coordinate with each other. So I feel like it's not going to be that long before we hit that cultural victory. All right, it is turn 274, and we are 1 culture away from victory. So we reached 100% with Aedern. We've got over 100% with everyone else except for Toussaint, who we are 98.8%. So I'd say by 280 for sure we're going to win, but I think possibly just like 3 or 4 more turns. So we're getting there. Not what I planned, but you know, that cultural victory is what I oftentimes will go for. As far as an update on everything else, we're still at war with Temeria. We're still at war with Lyria Rivia. We've made peace with the Wild Hunt. We've made peace with Toussaint. We're still at war with the Skelligers, the last faction of them, or the second faction of them. They have 1 settlement here and another one up here. It's possible they have them somewhere else. We're still at war with Nilfgaard, even though we've been doing very little up there. Basically, our city-state allies up in the area have been doing all the fighting for us. I've just been sending them troops and gifting them to them. It's been working relatively well, so, but that's where we're at. Wars have been pretty much stalemated everywhere that they are. Unhappiness, I've been trying to manage that because obviously when I'm at this many wars, if you even start trying to take a couple cities, it ends up being real goofy. I decided to keep these 4 just to keep this neck open for me because since we have this, I've got all this stuff over here. The city-state's my friend. I've got this settlement here. I can get all the way up through here, at least to right here. I've considered taking this one, but I really don't want any more cities. So yeah, all we're doing right now is trying to get our last little bit of influence with Toussaint, and we'll win. I was wrong. It only took 1 more turn. So yeah, we have officially won. So let's check out our demographics while we're at it. So I was number 1 for everything except for soldiers and approval. I say there at the end I had gotten rid of a bunch of my soldiers, so I didn't have very many at all. You know, just enough to basically defend my choke point borders. Literacy, we were number 1, so I love seeing that. Approval, we were not number 1, but you know, I was fighting a bunch of wars. It's hard to have your approval high when you're doing that. Land, GNP, manufactured goods, crop yield, and population. So all great there. Ranking, of course, 4,300 points, so we're way at the top. And the replay. We'll check out the map. Sometimes this takes a little while, so I'll let it play through. So that's that. This was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The city-states, I think, worked the way that I had them. It would be better with Witcher stuff, but, you know, whatever. Other than that, you know, there weren't Witcher-themed art pieces, and a bunch of the wonders weren't Witcher-themed, but there were ones that were and stuff. So I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, like I said, I have a link in the description for the collection. So if you're playing Civ 5 on Steam and you just want to try this out, all you have to do is you go to that collection, and you can just install all, and then you just make sure you don't have any other mods running that'll screw it up. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.